So with those statistics, Tatu City is a major, major success, a major foreign direct investment in Kenya. But today, I would like to say that unfortunately, that success of Tatu City has attracted opportunistic politicians in Kenya. Today, we are blowing the whistle. We are blowing the whistle on extortion, an extortion attempt by the governor of Kiambu County, it's Governor Kimani Wamatangi, and his aide, Salome Wainaina, who is the CEC member for Lands, Housing, Physical Planning, Municipal Administration, and Urban Development. Today, we strongly, strongly condemn Salome Wainaina and Governor Wamatangi for attempting to extort foreign direct investors, international investors in Kenya from New Zealand, the United States, United Kingdom, and Norway. These individuals here have held up for more than a year and a half the approval of Tatu City's new master plan. All the while, they try to seize 40 acres of land from Tatu City, including land for Governor Wamatangi's residence. The value of the land they are trying to take from Tatu City is 4.3 billion shillings. That's about 33 million US dollars. I will tell you the story of the extortion attempt and provide documents today, which you will be able to take with you. This here on the screens is our master plan. The current one we have is on the left. It was approved in 2019. The one on the right was submitted in 2022. Updating our master plan is something we have to have the right to do every 3 years. We make updates to our master plan to adapt the development of Tatu City to Kenya's dynamic market. For example, we may find that we need more affordable housing. We might see a higher demand for affordable housing. We might see that we need more schools. We might see that we need more areas for call centers that create thousands of jobs. So at that point, when we understand the demand of the market, we evolve the master plan to meet the market demand. It's an arduous consultative legal process that we follow in order to update the master plan, and we follow that process to the letter of the law. In 2022, we submitted the amended master plan to the Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning for its initial review. Following this submission, an elaborate process was undertaken, including multi-stakeholder interaction that was with national and county offices, as well as public participation. In this photo here, you can see one of our public participation meetings that was held at Tatu City as part of the approval process. All stakeholder feedback in this process was satisfactorily addressed in the master plan. And I will repeat that. All the stakeholder feedback that was received in this process was satisfactorily addressed in the amended master plan. In June 2023, the National Director of Physical Planning invited further comments on the amended master plan through a newspaper advertisement, which you can see right here. After a 60-day period without substantial feedback or any objection, the National Director of Physical Planning, prior to approving the new master plan for Tatu City, sought a letter of no objection from the Kiambu County government. This was done according to the provisions of the Physical and Land Use Planning Act 2019. This is also where Salome Wainaina and her boss, Governor Wamatangi, they sought to usurp the national authority and control the master plan approval themselves. And they used it as an opportunity to extort Tatu City. Sorry, I'm having some. So where in this nice plan, this mixed-use plan, did Salome and Wamatangi find an opportunity to extort us? It's right here in the yellow blocks of land. You can see that some of them here. I'll point them out to you. The public purpose land is for that, public purpose. Tatu City adheres to Kenyan and international best practices in urban planning. The Tatu City Master Plan has 103 acres of land set aside for public purpose use. The land is available for public amenities, such as hospitals, schools, and police and fire stations. The Land Act of Kenya provides that if the government requires land for public purpose, then a compulsory acquisition process must follow, meaning that the land must first be acquired by the government through a process of just and equitable compensation to the landowner, in this case, Tatu City. In short, if the government wants the land, if it needs the land, it has to buy it. But acquiring the land at Tatu City for equitable compensation to Tatu City was of absolutely no interest to Salome and Wamatangi. They wanted the land for free, even a parcel for the governor's own house. The governor and Salome visited us at Tatu City, and they told us the same to our faces. Free land, free land, free land. There was a big focus, interestingly, on the land for the governor's own residence. In the meeting, the governor and Salome would not hear of the law's requirement for compensation. They didn't want to hear about it at all. They said that the Tatu City Master Plan, which is key to investment in Tatu City and in Kenya, would not be approved until they got their land. So I ask you, what does a politician and a bureaucrat, what is their best tactic to extort a business? Delay, delay, delay. We sought 3 additional meetings with the governor to put forth this clear legal requirement for Kiambu County to acquire public purpose land at Tatu City. They were scheduled meetings to which his office agreed, scheduled, communicated to us about, but the governor never turned up. This is how he treats the biggest foreign direct investor and job creator in Kiambu County. He doesn't turn up unless he gets free land. As I said, the Kiambu County government is welcome to use the public purpose land at Tatu City. They just have to pay for it. That is the law, and it is clear, as seen here in Section 107 of the Land Act. So at this point, after making these accusations, I think you're probably wondering, is there a smoking gun? Well, we will not disappoint you. Yes, there is a smoking gun. Here it is. Remarkably, Salome put it all in writing on the Kiambu County government letterhead and copied it to the governor. This is an illegal demand for land from a private developer free of cost, as you can see, and we'll distribute this later, you can see what's written by Salome. The value of that land is 4.3 billion Kenyan shillings, about 33 million US dollars. Once again, I repeat that Tatu City has set aside this land for public purpose use. We followed the law. If the county wants to develop on the public purpose land, it too has to follow the law, just like we did. As one of the largest foreign direct investors in Kenya, we won't acquiesce to extortion by 2 members of the Kiambu County government. Governor Wamatangi is abusing public office to thwart legal processes. He is a barrier to foreign direct investment in Kenya, and he is a destroyer of youth job creation in Kiambu County. Tatu City estimates that Governor Wamatangi's extortionate delay has cost the county and country more than 16 billion Kenyan shillings. That's about 125 million US dollars. In additional investment in the country and county, and it has also cost 4,500 new jobs for young Kenyans. And what about CEC member Salome Wainaina? I've met her a few times, and I say that I struggle not to call her the governor's chief extortion officer. Whoops, I just did that. She is aiding and abetting extortion by the governor. She is harassing local and foreign investors, and she is destroying youth job creation in Kiambu County. This comes at a huge, huge cost to Kenya. Sure, thank you. Let me start with those three, and then we'll do another round. Sophia, thank you for your question. Why are we here today? I'd like to echo what Solomon said. We're here today to do the right thing. We are blowing the whistle on corruption and a shakedown of foreign investors in Kenya. Our ask is, as you always do, objective reporting and to report what is going on at Tatu City. This is something that we sought to try to resolve. I mentioned that we've been working on this for a year and a half. It's very clear that the governor only wants one thing, and we have said no today, and we've said it very loudly and very publicly. In terms of reporting, no, we have not yet reported this. We decided to put it in the public domain. Some of you might be familiar with some of the challenges Tatu City has faced in the past. We feel that it's better to address them head on. We like interacting with the media, and we like interacting with the public. While Tatu City is a private development, it's essentially a public project. Everything about Tatu City is known in the public, it's in the public domain. And we're putting this information in the public domain for people to act on it as they wish. In terms of the amount of investment, yes, there are a number of investors in apartments and in other industries, I would say, that create large amounts of jobs, new jobs, good jobs, that are interested in the evolution of the Tatu City Master Plan and where they fit into it. And they have put their investments on hold until this plan is approved by the national government.
More questions? Yeah.
We are a resident of Kiambu County, and we view this as a localized issue. It's a Kiambu County level issue. By blowing the whistle, what we would like is for the law simply to be followed. We have sought to meet the protagonist in this, the governor, many times to explain this to him, but clearly he wants only one thing: free land. There's not really a dialogue to have in this case. The law is there. It's very, very clear. You can ask legal experts to interpret it, and it's very clear what the governor and the government needs to do. We think that would be the right step forward. So I'd like to invite you to visit Tatu City so you can see the use of public purpose land at Tatu City. There are 2 public schools at Tatu City, public primary schools, that educate about 1,500 children a day. They are on Tatu City land. We support those schools. We provide a meal every day to those and other schools in the surrounding area, a free meal which has caused the enrollment in those schools to go up by 8 times. It has caused nutrition in the children to increase, and we've seen a curve in their test scores increasing as well. So that is use of Tatu City land for a public purpose. Tatu City is also an open city. If you come, there's nobody telling you that you have to stay out. You walk in, you use the parks. This is anyone. And we've become a place of recreation for the communities around us, BTL and Roturo, and then also the wider Ruiru community. So Tatu City is an open city for the public. In terms of the utilities and other uses of Tatu City, well, when people come into Tatu City, they're effectively using the utilities, using the infrastructure, and using the roads. So it is an open city. All of these are already in place. 60 kilometers of roads that anyone can use. There is high-speed fiber throughout the city, and we've actually, you may have seen about a month ago at the American Chamber of Commerce Summit in Kenya, we launched Fahari Link, which is actually an extension of our high-speed fiber network within Tatu City that we have now taken into the local communities of Ruturo, BTL, and into Ruiru, providing low-cost internet that originates from Tatu City. As far as interacting with the public, we also have a labor desk at Tatu City where anybody can come and sign up to register for a job at Tatu City, and then we're always in communication with the businesses at Tatu City, and we can help them find employees. And we also provide free skills training to many of the people who come to the labor desk. In terms of our discussions with the governor for acquiring the land, first I'd like to point out that the 103 acres is the total amount of public purpose land in Tatu City. For a hospital, let's say if the governor wanted to acquire it, in Salome's letter, I think she put 10 acres for a hospital. That's great. So yes, we would value the 10 acres. It would be done with an independent valuation based on market prices, and the government would acquire that, use public funds to build a hospital in Tatu City, and benefit from that incredible infrastructure that we've put in, those roads, et cetera. So it is open for the governor's house. He's interested in 2 acres of land. So for the governor's residence, that seems to be the size that they are demanding. It is the size that they're demanding. So the parcels, that 103 acres, can be split off into different parcels for different land uses. We've told them very clearly the process, Section 107 of the Land Act, and we're happy to give you more information on that, the legal requirement. He has been told that. He did not want to hear it. He was very frustrated when we told him. And as I mentioned, as far as meeting the governor, he skipped the last 3 meetings with us. So that's an indication of what his stance is. Process outsourcing, those are call centers, ICT hubs, it's software engineering firms, and it is retail, people who want to do more retail at Tatu City. It's really the only formal retail in the area between Ruiru and Kiambu. There is office space that would come with the business process outsourcing, offices that also would need to be accommodated into the new master plan. Sure, thank you. Let me start with those 3, and then we'll do another round. Sophia, thank you for your question. Why are we here today? I'd like to echo what Solomon said. We're here today to do the right thing. We are blowing the whistle on corruption and a shakedown of foreign investors in Kenya. Our ask is, as you always do, objective reporting, and to report what is going on at Tatu City. This is something that we sought to try to resolve. I mentioned that we've been working on this for 1.5 years. It's very clear that the governor only wants one thing, and we have said no today, and we've said it very loudly and very publicly. In terms of reporting, no, we have not yet reported this. We decided to put it in the public domain. Some of you might be familiar with some of the challenges Tatu City has faced in the past. We feel that it's better to address them head on. We like interacting with the media, and we like interacting with the public. While Tatu City is a private development, it's essentially a public project. Everything about Tatu City is known in the public. It's in the public domain. And we're putting this information in the public domain for people to act on it as they wish. In terms of the amount of investment, yes, there are a number of investors in apartments and in other industries, I would say, that create large amounts of jobs, new jobs, good jobs, that are interested in the evolution of the Tatu City Master Plan and where they fit into it. And they have put their investments on hold until this plan is approved by the national government.